I'm Jelden, and this is my how-to or demonstration speech for speech 1110. With 190 countries in the world, it's safe to say that millions of people play the sport of basketball every day. It's more than a game because it teaches you life skills such as determination, patience, and teamwork. Next, it's a great way to stay actively fit. And last, it brings people together through a sport. To start, some of the things you need are, of course, a basketball, sports clothing, and a few friends, which I don't have with me. Also, you need a basketball hoop and court. First step is I always start with dribbling drills. Some of the dribbling drills are right-handed dribble, just a basic right-handed dribble. Next, you can work on your left-handed dribbling, which is a little tougher if you're not left-handed like I am. And also, what our coach always makes me do is we run down the court dribbling and then come back with our left hand, and then do backwards dribbling and through cross-handed. You can do between the legs, which is a little tricky, and then behind the back. Some of these skills are a little tougher, but once you get them down, they just get easier and easier. Next step is shooting. For shooting, you want to keep your hand underneath the ball with the elbow bent. You want to start close to the hoop. When you shoot, you should go up there just like that. When you shoot, you want the ball to rotate just like this. No rotation means it doesn't have as great a chance to go in the hoop. And as you get better at close range, you can start moving back. Bring your other hand to the ball and bend your knees to shoot just like that. More practice means the better you get at shooting. And the more shooting and the better the shooting, the more scoring. Next drill we have is defense. Defense, my coach always says, is defense wins games. So it's important to play good defense. With defense, you want to bend your knees and keep your back straight and always have your hands out, just like this. With your opponent that has the ball, or if he doesn't have the ball, you want to move with him by shuffling your feet. You never want to cross your feet like this because it's easier to get tangled up and fall down, which you don't want because then they can drive by you and score just like that. And then you'll probably get pulled by your coach and benched. The last drill that I always do is passing. Passing is crucial because without good passing, you can turn the ball over, which usually leads to them scoring, and turnovers, which are never good. So a few passing drills I always do. You want to put your both hands on the ball, you want to step, and you want to throw the ball. So when you throw the ball, you should be rotating just like when you shoot it. Another passing drill is when you're stuck and you don't have your dribble, you can step with your right hand and go around the opponent, or with your left hand, go the other way around the opponent. For longer passes, our coach always tells us to use both hands and to double hand over the head throw, which is pretty accurate for a long range throw. In desperate situations, when your team's down by a few points and there's not very much time left and you got the ball out of bounds, you can use the baseball throw, which isn't nearly as accurate, but you get lucky sometimes, which is you just want to have the ball and you basically just pray to God that your guy gets the ball. It's not as accurate, but you can throw it longer than the overhand pass. And that's most of the drills that you need for basketball, but just practice and repetition, get better at all those drills, and you'll have one heck of a basketball player. As universal as the sport as basketball is, it's safe to say that it teaches you bonds and creates bonds.